Hello YouTube, Everyday Oppression here with yet another video. I know I said I was going to do a video series in regards to how crazy the LGBT are and analyze certain things that have been going on lately, but right now I feel like I want to describe a lot of drama that's happening right now. Excuse my sweaty looking face because it is hot as balls here in my city here, and I'm drinking a nice cool lemonade to cool myself down. As the title states, I'm going to talk about two different types of dramas right now in regards to Twitter drama as well as YouTube drama that's going on right now. Let's start. Okay, so basically in the Twitter world, if any of you don't know, I do actually have a Twitter, and it is at JC to the W, or not you but me. Basically, I don't really use it a lot. I have it, but I haven't really been on there for quite some time, usually months on end, because I view Twitter as a website, which basically is where a lot of butthurt people go to rant, to rave, to almost attack, and sometimes even dox people. I find that the whole website is really ridiculous because it only allows 140 characters to get an argument down, so it's not really an appropriate place to have a full argument or debate online in regards to serious topics such as gender wage gap, feminism, the skeptic community, and, you know, SJWism and all that jazz. Basically, I do have a Twitter account. If you want to follow me there,
just do it!
I decided to go on to Twitter to check it out after getting a few notifications. Apparently, there was a conversation involving other Twitter people and a gentleman by the name of Caesar at Quiet Book Lion. He actually used one of my videos to showcase part of his argument in regards to trans people and whether or not if preferences are transphobic or not. Thank you, Caesar, for using my video. I do appreciate it. In this discussion, Caesar here was talking to a person by the name of Chase B, at Chase Ross. So I've never met this person before. I don't know who this is. I decided to look up their YouTube channel, and this is who we're dealing with. Yeah, it looks pretty intelligent, doesn't it? Now, I know, I screen capped one video of theirs, and I thought this was the most entertaining, so I haven't taken a look at his channel, so I'm not here to attack that person. I'm sure he has a lot of good content, but right now, this is the drama involving Caesar and Chase, as well as me, and I interlude into the conversation. So basically, Chase here automatically takes a look at my Twitter page and assumes that I'm a racist, simply because I took another tweet from another gentleman called Tariq Nasheed. He's a black man, presumably in favor of Black Lives Matter group, who is obviously butthurt about white supremacy. And systematic oppression against the black people in America. Basically, Tariq had said a racist tweet, and then I took that same exact tweet, which I deem as racist, and I replaced black people and non-black people and switched them around. So Chase here called me a racist, and I asked, well, what makes me a racist? Is it because I am white and a white male, and does that mean I'm automatically a racist?
Oh, yeah, no. You know what? No, yeah.
Because it's funny how he sees Tariq's tweet as non-racist, and when I took that exact same tweet and just switched the races, it suddenly becomes racist. So think about it.
Just do it!
And then I actually interacted with a feminist YouTuber and a vlogger, basically, from Everyday Feminism named Marina Shutup. Now, I've heard of Marina Shutup. I don't really follow her or watch any of her content because, to me, she is a very naive feminist. A lot of her arguments just basically are regurgitation of the typical feminist ideology, point forms, you know, that the gender wage gap exists, rape culture is real in the Western societies, which it's not. And so she's just a typical naive feminist who I believe means well, but unfortunately she doesn't have a lot of arguments. We basically had a conversation on Twitter in regards to the word and the uses of see you next Tuesday. I love saying this word, but I'm not going to do so because of YouTube regulations. So from now on, let's just call it rutabaga. So basically, here's the tweet exchange between Marina and myself. Marina had stated, interesting, because most jobs, if you call your female coworkers a rutabaga, you'd be disciplined/fired. And I said, rutabaga is such a lovely word. Many of my girlfriends use it in their own vocabulary. A word is a word, offenses taken, not given. So she's upset with people who use this word to talk down of women. But apparently she doesn't have a problem with it when it's referring to a woman's genitalia, aka vagina. But, hi. Look, I have a real cat and a cat on my shirt. I'm doing a video. You need to go. I'll love you later. Sorry about that. Her response: I just think it's a problem when you're calling people that in a hateful way. And I said, but the word rutabaga is used to express a terrible woman. And there are terrible women in the world, as well as terrible men, and we call them assholes. She replies, asshole is gender neutral, LOL. And then I reply, are you saying rutabaga isn't? I've been called rutabaga before, and I just brush it off or dish it back out. Anyone should, really. It doesn't have the same usage here, though, so it's just a word. We basically talked about how the word rutabaga is used a lot in Australia, and I lived in Australia for a year, and I started using that as part of my vocabulary. So she's saying that there's different contextual meaning based on region, and I said, so it's just a word. She says, I don't mind rutabaga in reference to a vagina, or even the way Europeans call each other rutabaga in a friendly, cheeky way. But then you're making up the rules as you see it. Different people use different words in completely different context, and so on and so forth. There was a few men who came to her rescue and white knighted her, and I kindly reminded them that I'm having a conversation with Marina, who is an adult, and her and I had a pretty decent conversation. It was about the usage of the word rutabaga. In my stance, we all have freedom of speech, and freedom of speech includes offensive speech. So sometimes there are going to be people who call you mean names, who say bad words, and that's okay. It is okay because they are just words. If you think a word is bad and you take offense to it, offense is taken, not given. Like, I can't say this enough.
There's no cure for being a cunt.
I believe in freedom of speech. Marina, you have the right to say rutabaga if you so choose, or if you choose not to. That's all on you. You do you, sweetheart. I choose to use the word rutabaga as much as I want because God is a good word. So that's the Twitter drama side, and now we're going to deal with some YouTube drama. So if any of you don't know, there was a VidCon that happened in Anaheim. Basically, a lot of YouTubers went to VidCon. Sorry. Motorcycles in my neighborhood.
Keep it down in there, everybody.
So a lot of YouTubers and famous YouTubers, you know, Sargon Anita Sarkeesian, Computing Forever. A lot of these YouTubers are there to make live videos, to be entertainers, and open up panels. So the news is that there was a women's online panel that Sargon and, you know, Honey Badger Radio people actually went to watch and view and see the points of the 5 feminist women that were on there. Isn't it really funny how feminists want equality amongst the sexes, but here we have a panel of only women, okay, and there's absolutely no men to discuss issues online. So basically, by watching these videos, it looks like Anita Sarkeesian severely put her foot in her mouth.
Well, I could be wrong, but I think there's someone in the front row that is a notorious harasser of mine that's filming this panel, so I think it's important to keep having this conversation. If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. And like, I hate to give you attention because you're a garbage human. If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. And like, I hate to give you attention because you're a garbage human. Whatever, dude.
Now, a lot of you people might not think this is really relevant, and, you know, it doesn't really matter with subpar celebrities in YouTube world, but however, I believe this is important. And what's happening is that Anita Sarkeesian is a hypocrite, because this panel is talking about how women interact online, the abuse that they can sometimes get. So online harassment happens to both sexes. It happens to women, it happens to girls, it happens to boys, it happens to men. There's serious cases where it looks like a lot of harassment directed towards women has to do of a sexual nature, or attacking a woman based on her body, based on her looks, sometimes based on her purity as a virgin or a sexual deviant, so aka slut. When it comes to men and boys, it seems like there's a lot of abusive harassment, and men tend to get the more violent threats, threats to their body, threats to their life, threats to their livelihood. Not so much body shaming as much. It is there, but we tend to get more serious harassment, whereas women tend to get more personal harassment. What's really funny here is that Anita Sarkeesian, who for years, a lot of her platforms, her online website, Feminist Frequency, has attacked these notions of identity politics in society and how it's so misogynistic towards women. So that in itself is okay. Anybody can uplift women and empower them and talk about issues that are facing women. However, she's doing it in a manner that has always been on the attack. She attacks men, she attacks boys, she thinks that everybody's misogynistic. Like, listen to her own words here.
When you start learning about systems, everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
I mean, a lot of her video content is downright lies or misinterpretations, and she's falling back on this victimhood narrative. So she is, after all, a professional victim. I'm not a big fan of Anita Sarkeesian because I believe she is a con artist using this platform to promote hate and divisiveness between both men and women. The whole Gamergate issue thing where she's saying that it's only just white cisgendered men living in their basements, getting in a tiff because their worldview is being questioned. And in all actuality, Gamergate has a lot of minorities, a lot of diversity, men, women, kids, like girl gamers. We have brown people, white people, and gays and lesbians. There's the smorgasbord of people in Gamergate who are against people like Anita Sarkeesian because her content was shaming men, attacking the system, and thinking that all women are victims. This is not true. All women are not victims, and all men are not oppressors. So her content was very much black and white, with pointing the finger at anybody other than herself and having bad ideas. A lot of YouTubers, such as Sargon, their content is debunking a lot of Anita Sarkeesian's videos. A lot of her points fall flat when used with evidence of gaming. Girl gamers speak up, women speak up. So unfortunately for Anita is that she doesn't understand that she is not the leading expert on these issues. She does not speak for all women. She does not speak for all minorities. She doesn't speak for the gay community as well. So she is in a position of power and finances, because she's paid a lot, where she thinks she has the right to say what she wants and nobody can criticize it. So I just want to point out something here. She is crumbling, ladies and gentlemen. She is feeling it. She got definitely triggered. She called Sargon human garbage.
Pay attention, you're garbage human, you're garbage human, garbage human, garbage human.
And she called him a shithead.
If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude. If you get shitheads like this dude, who get shitheads like this dude.
So not realizing that she literally just harassed an audience member at this VidCon. Now, I want to do something here. It's a little experiment. So let's take what she said at this VidCon towards Sargon.
If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. It's like, I hate to give you attention because you're garbage human.
Now let's replace Sargon with a black woman.
If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. It's like, I hate to give you attention because you're garbage human.
Let's replace Sargon with a gay person.
If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. It's like, I hate to give you attention because you're garbage human.
Let's replace Sargon with a trans person.
If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. It's like, I hate to give you attention because you're garbage human.
Let's replace Sargon with a disabled person.
If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again.
So, do you see why I'm doing this? I'm doing this for a reason. It's to showcase not that, you know, she obviously has a hate on towards Sargon, her mortal enemy in the YouTube world. It's that her behavior is completely unprofessional. She attacked an audience member who has paid money to buy a ticket to attend Vidcon, who has a right to be there. And not only that, it would be different if Sargon was attacking her or being a shit disturber and, you know, disrupting the panel. However, he wasn't. These people were just sitting there quietly awaiting the panel and what their points of view were. But no, she made it about him and she attacked him, not realizing that she is in effect a hypocrite because she is the one harassing a man. A woman is harassing a man.
Ashamed of yourself. You're fucking scum. You are fucking scum. Fucking rape apologist, incest supporting, woman hating, fucking scum.
Way to go, Anita. Way to go. Sorry about the lighting, guys. My face is really, really white. What would be really interesting is finding out whether or not Vidcon is going to apply their rules of conduct and their terms of services and apply it to Anita Sarkeesian. She should not get away with this harassment, this behavior, because it's unprofessional. It is unprofessional, Miss Anita Sarkeesian. The only professional thing about Anita Sarkeesian is that she's a professional victim. So I'm really hoping, guys, that Vidcon actually sticks with their terms of services in regards to people who are harassing others and making, you know, members of the Vidcon feel uncomfortable or hurtful. She needs to be held accountable for her decision to be a harasser to an audience member at the panel. Not only that, the panel itself was extremely rude when it came to the Q&A section. Both men and women would come up to the Q&A to talk about issues regarding women online, such as harassment and their place in it, and whether or not like they do suffer as much as Anita thinks that they do. But because they didn't like the questions, they just knocked them out. They just like, boom, nope, I'm not going to answer that.
Why do you guys act like only women face harassment online? You guys constantly feed the trolls, and look, the majority of the people here are the trolls because they like to see you freak out about it. That's exactly what you guys are doing. You're feeding
even
trolls.
your language, like freak out about, like no.
See, you're just mocking me.
If you
You're
talk
just mocking
about one
me.
community facing harassment, that's not to say that no other communities face any harassment.
See, you're harassing me right now when I'm.
Can we please remove this question off
It goes both ways.
That and boom, nope, you're a troll.
The various things that you've said online over the past few years, do you truly believe them?
Okay, dude. All right, this guy, can we please remove him from the question line?
Boom, 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 boom. Miss Anita Sarkeesian, you are unprofessional. You are a liar and a hypocrite and a con artist, and I hope you get what's coming to you. If you like this video, please like. If you want to share it, go ahead, and have a nice day. I need to freaking cool down. I am roasting. Take care of one another, guys. Bye.